did.
Best deck.
Only the toppest of tiers.
Okay.
What's up, guys? This is Nod Lammers. I'm Invoked 101, and we're here with, what place did you get?
I got 5th. My name's Gaurav. I played the best deck in the room, Flunder.
Avi.
Yep. So shout out first and foremost. Shout out to God. He kept me safe while driving here at 7 in the morning. Shout out to my girlfriend Emily. She supported me like for 3 weeks of me just like bashing my head, trying to figure out what deck to play. Shout out to Wilfredo. He lent me like the whole deck. So big shout out to him. I made some interesting choices. I theoried about this deck for like 30 hours just trying to figure out. It's really not that complicated, but I just made it that complicated.
Was there anything that was like super MVP?
Oh, yes.
Today. Okay.
We will get
all
to
right,
it.
all right.
Right here. This
right
card.
Oh,
yep.
I was on the cherries, man. Yep. All right.
So, starting off
it.
with the profile. 3 Robina, 3 Eaglin. I don't think I need to explain these. These one searches your barrier statue. This one searches your big boys. And then the 1 Stree, the 1 Toucan. This one comes up a lot now because of Splight. You can banish the Ronin Tone and destroy their follow-up, which came up a lot today. Other than that, like these birds, you just play them. Nothing, I would not change the ratios. These are like completely standard. So then we played 2 Impin. I played 1 Impin for the longest time, but you have to play 2 now because your resource game is so bad against Splight. They're just a way better deck. So you need, this card just shuts it off. And everybody puts it in attack mode and doesn't respect this card.
Was there any problems with this card? Like, did Smashers play any... Splight Smashers play any factor with this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When they banish this, that's why whenever they banish it, Toucan comes in clutch because you can just bring this back and continue normal summoning.
All right.
And it's not a once per turn. So you can get, if you use the effect and if you open up map, there are combos where you can end on double Impin. I don't know why you would, but if you're going for game, you can.
Yeah.
Where you can search out the tribute spell and map.
Right on.
The trap. So this is literally the best card.
Okay.
I would not play more though. Funny, so game 1, I was like, I'm gonna do amazing at this tournament.
Yeah.
And my opening hand was double Impin, the Ryza, the Apex, and I could not play the game, so.
Just all the bricks.
All the big cards. These 2 were amazing all day. A cute interaction in the mirror match that comes up a lot because people don't understand it is that if they use this to tribute their cards, you do not get the effect to bounce an additional card back. So you can't recur this back. Came up in the mirror match today.
All right.
So it's a cute interaction, but
good to know.
These are standard. There's a combo where you can end on Apex and Impin, but because of the new, what is it, the Super Poly target that everybody's playing
Garuda?
now? Yeah, it's not good. You end on Barrier Statue. Barrier Statue is the MVP of this deck. Like, if you play Barrier Statue, you win.
Yeah.
So, also, there are a lot of hand traps in this format, so you have to be really careful about how you resolve your cards.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with, like, Rabina Eaglin, like, if you don't have map, you have to play correctly. So, like, if you get Rabina, typically I just go for Stree and banish your cards, so that way the Ash is dead, and then if you have, like, one of the big birds, you just tribute summon, and that's, like, the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
The best card in my deck, 2 Barrier Statue.
Right on.
So, I was only playing 1, but oh my gosh, 2 comes up so much. I won every game just because of 2, because you get Dark Rulered, and then you use your map to make Robina, search this, and you end on another Impin and the Barrier Statue, and nobody has enough gas to play through that. You literally win every matchup that way. It's really helpful for the follow-up too, so you have like extra targets. I was going to play the DD, this was actually the DD Crow initially, but like I didn't think DD Crow was that good because you already play Shifter in the deck.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't come up because Shifter is a better DD Crow, and it conflicts a lot.
This also just wins games on its own.
Yep.
There's games where you can just normal summon this and it's like, what do you do?
So like in my other hand, where I opened up all the big birds, I literally just opened up this and prayed that they didn't have a way to out it, and I just normaled it, and then they passed, and they had to like waste it was against Medolce.
Oh,
they had to waste their battle phase to get rid of this. So
yeah. To do that evenly, right?
Yep. So it saved me. So 2 Barrier Statue, I'd play like 3 if I could, but MVP.
3.
Yeah. Hand traps, 3 Shifter, 3 Ash. I don't think these are like anything that's new in this deck. I chose Ash. It was either Ash or Imperm, but I thought Ash was like more impactful because it goes against everything and doesn't conflict with Shifter. Whereas like I was playing 3 Droll, but like when you open up both of these, or if this was Droll, if you opened it up, it conflicted so much.
Because Droll specifies it has to go to grave?
Yep. So I was like, there's no point. So I just played 3 Ash. My friend Wilfredo told me to play 3 Ash, and it was just the correct choice. And it helped me win a lot of games actually against Splight. So that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, you hit the Gigantic with the Ash, and sometimes it's just, that's it.
Yep. Especially when they don't have extenders, or when you like debarrier, or not debarrier, when you shifter them, and then Ash.
Yep.
That's good enough to win you the game right there.
Yep.
Spells, the most broken spell, lets you tribute all your opponents. It's not a once per turn, so like if you tribute, you can tribute like multiple stuff on this. So like whenever I was playing second and I opened this, you play this, and then people will assume that you're going to tribute. So if you do Eaglin, and then they don't have in your response for the Eaglin, you can just tribute their cards and your Eaglin to summon out the Impin or the Apex. It comes up a lot, so
yeah.
This card is amazing. And then the best card, 3 map, and then the other Flunder card, you just have to play this. This helps so well with chain blocking. So like the way you play the deck now is you check for hand traps every single time. So like map checks for Ogre. It also checks to see if they have Imperm Veiler. This dodges Imperm Veiler, doesn't dodge Ash, but everybody just Ashes like on the Prosperity every time because they don't want you to get your Dark Ruler. Yep. And then
Oh, it's good.
the best card, Dark Ruler. Oh, and the new Ultimate Slayer.
This card's bonkers.
It's insane. I resolved 2 of them in 1 turn off of... I opened one, and then I got one off of Prosperity. It's insane. I'll show you what I sent, but like for tier elements, you just send the fusion, and you plus so hard from it that they can't come back from
Little
it.
known thing, this isn't once per turn.
Yep.
And
the only downside to this is if you open up this and Shifter, you have to choose which one you want to resolve.
Yeah.
So if you're going in blind, I'd use Shifter instead of this. This becomes a dead card, but it becomes live later on if you're not already winning.
Yeah.
Shifter shuts off everything. It's the best card this format. I think those are all my defensive cards, and then like the consistency cards are 3 Prosperity, 3 Duality. Shout out to Dante, he allowed me to use these and pay for them, and then 2 Extravagant. So initially,
oh my gosh, the draw.
Initially I was playing 3-3-3, but it conflicted a lot because I would open up both of these.
Yeah.
So I just played 2. Initially, my friend Wilfredo, who I theorized a lot about this deck with, he told me not to play this and play the Jack in the Hand, which lets you search, and play the DD Crow, but I just found that I got so much more value off of this, especially when you open up both of these. There was a game where I went against Splight and I Extravaganced, and they negated it with the Toad and took it, and then I Prosperity'd for 6, and then saw like Dark Ruler and was able to win that way. So a lot of times this is just Ash bait, and if they don't Ash it, you just use this on the follow-up. You're drawing 2 cards, so it doesn't matter. These cards are like...
Yeah, because this is just more duality.
Yep. More duality. This one's like a way better duality. Like, looking 6 cards into your deck is like, especially these 2.
Oh, I'm on this, man.
Yep.
I picked up my copies a while back.
Oh yeah, this card is like a must-have, especially in this deck. You can play it with this, but seeing 6
That's
cards...
the best part.
Yep. And like, if you draw these, you see 9 cards out of your deck, which is like 1/4 of your deck almost. There's no way you're not opening what you want.
And the decks that can use it, it's insane.
Yep. And then 1 map. I don't think that's like anything special. This is also really cool because it doesn't say it has to be a Flunder monster. So like, if you open up the bear statue, you can literally just use it and then normal the bear statue, and that's it.
Wow.
A lot of people also really forget about the effect where if you summon a big bird, you can use this effect to banish, and it books all their monsters. So
that's insane, this format.
Yeah, it's really good against Splight as well as tier elements. So a lot of the times you would go like, if you had one of the birds that are banished, you'd go like Chainlink 1, Ryza, Chainlink 2, like Eaglin or Rubina or whichever one, and then Chainlink 3 would be Dreaming Town to banish it and book their cards. Nice. So you Ryza loop them because you put the card on the top of their deck, and then you book all their cards, which means like they have to be normal summoning. And a lot of times when you put this in position, they'll normal summon, and you have your map, like the field spell, which says like if they normal summon a card, then then you get to normal summon. So like you literally just play on their turn.
Yeah.
You get a second turn really with this deck. Everybody hates this deck. I hate it too, but it's just so
too
much
good.
fun. It's too good. You don't have to use your brain a lot to play this deck.
Yeah.
Extra deck.
Extra first, and then we'll go to the side.
Yeah. So I think it goes without saying I played Cherry, so I'll explain my targets.
Yeah.
I picked Shisha. I thought Swords Soul. I hate that deck. It's such a hard deck to beat, especially with Flunder. I played against my friend Andrew a lot, and he plays Sword Soul, and so I thought Shisha was like the best one in my opinion.
This is the Imperm, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's it doesn't care about your chain links, and it's an Imperm, so you can stop them from getting Blackout, which is the pop 2, and stopping them from an Imperm and a draw 1. So I thought it was fine. It was fine. The best card to Entis. So this is what I kept
The Slayer?
sending. Yep,
Yep.
off the Slayer. I sent one, got rid of the Dracus Tapelia, and then used the other card to pop their set Imperm. Then I used it again, and then I popped the Kaliga. The other way around. I popped the Kaliga with the thing, and then I popped the set, and then I used this to pop the Predaplant. So it worked out really well. I would play another one of this, but I didn't have much room. I had to really deliberate on what I played. I played ABC Buster Dragon. I hate this deck with a passion. I've lost it every time because of Wily, so I decided to play this card just in case because I was really afraid of it.
Still a really good boss monster.
Oh, it's an amazing boss monster. The non-banishing comes up a lot, and when I used to play Mystic Mine, you could equip the one that makes it unaffected by spells,
Yeah.
and it's unaffected by Mystic Mine, which
Whack.
I figured that out after losing really hard at locals. And then the Lubellion, this is just for pure branded.
Yep.
And then the Kit Kalos, this comes up a lot. If they have a bunch of chain links in the grave, you just cherries, get rid of this one, then they're forced to make subpar plays because this gets them the trap as well as like helps with the follow-up from milling 5.
I learned super quickly this was the card to hit.
Yep, this card is literally insane for that deck. Yeah, I think these ones are all. The other target that I was deliberate playing was one of the links. I'll show you in a second.
All right.
These were all of them. I was going to play the Sigma card from MathMech, but I found a better target.
Nice.
I lost so hard to Sigma during testing, but
I was on that MathMech for a minute, man.
yeah, MathMech
crazy.
is such a good card. So I played Marincess, Sea Angel. This is the best target to hit against that deck. I respect it. It's a very, very good deck. Halk, this is just generic.
Oh, yeah.
Add Ignister because I can't out the boss monster, and then the Underworld Goddess for the synchro that is unaffected by a bunch of stuff that
Yeah.
points, the punk one. I forget which one it is.
Yeah, this is outs anything.
Yep. So like I was wondering how I even play this in the deck, but the way you play it is you set up birds on your turn, so you'll have like 2 to 3 birds on your turn, then you use your birds, but you don't use the effects. That's how you make Zeus. So if you have map, you can normal summon a bird, no effect, then just normal your regular bird, and then use 2 for Zeus, which came up once. So
Wow.
these ones are good. I'll be honest, I didn't go into any of these. I did use the Xyz a lot more, but
Better to have them and not use them than.
I just thought, like,
Yeah.
because it's Conway, you're going to get a lot of rogue, so I just played, like, a lot of rogue targets. MathMech came up once, won the game because...
Oh, yeah, that's their combo starter, yeah.
Yep, this is the Searcher, this is what gets them, if they can make this, they get the Omni Negate as well. So just, like, cherrying this makes them make a really subpar board. They still get to, like, the one that lets them special summon from the grave, but, like...
I mean, half the time they don't even go into Final Sigma.
Yep.
So that's a really good target for him.
Wilfredo told me to put this instead because he's playing that deck instead of the Sigma, and it came up today and it won me the game. So
Yep.
I have no problems with that one. And then Gigantic Splite.
This was my cherries target too.
Yep, this card, if you stop him. The thing is, it's really early in the format for this card, like playing cherries in general, but it worked out so well for this regional because I don't think anybody knows how to play Splite without the cherries.
That's what I've seen.
Gigantic, like, it's worse than getting Imperm or Ogre because you don't even have the follow-up, so you have to, like, play without it, and you have to, like, literally hard draw your Frog Engine, so it was insane.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's the best part about it, is it shuts off not only Splite, but the frogs.
Yep, I did it about, like, 3 to 4 times today, so it can't, this card, like, won me so much. There was one game where I got the cherries and I had to extrav because I didn't have any other follow-up cards, and I was, like, hoping I didn't banish it, and luck was on my side today. Final cards, Zeus. Like, Zeus Turbo.
Yep.
If you go under Necro World, or what is it, Zombie World?
Yeah.
Easy. This is literally your only out.
Yep.
So that was the side deck, or no, that was the extra side deck. Okay, I played 3 cherries.
OP this format.
This was my MVP today. Literally, like every game that I probably should have lost, I won literally just because of this card. It just. I wanted to play blowout cards, and this just hinders your opponent so bad because nobody sees it coming, and especially in this deck, nobody expects it, and your extra deck is literally like 15 slots of garbage except for Zeus. So it came up, and this literally won me like so many games, especially when the first 3 matches. So I always sided this in. 3 draw. This was for the mirror match. I'm afraid of the mirror match because I don't know how to play the mirror match. So I just was like 3 draw and pray I open it, and it was good. I didn't side it in today because I didn't go against a mirror match, thankfully. But
yeah, I think if Drytron was still floating in the format, this would be better. But
I completely agree.
I think currently it's not super great.
Nope, you're absolutely right. I was playing Nib over this, but I didn't think Nib was good either.
I think if Sprite becomes bigger in the format, I think Nib will be worse.
I think so too, because I was playing against like I just thought there was gonna be a lot of Rogue and a lot of Splight.
Yeah, so
I was like, I'd rather be ready for a mirror match than like Splight because this already takes care of Splight.
Yep.
You don't need more cards. So those are just the hand traps that I played, and then the blowout cards.
This deck profile is longer than your Icebook rants.
You're right. So 2 lightning
I'll trim it in post.
and 3 evenly.
This card's OP.
Yep. Especially against a Venture and they keep the token, like Dark Ruler them evenly, it's game.
Yep.
Yeah. And then my favorite card, this one. The extra,
the second copy.
The second copy. When you go first, you can use this. If you don't draw any of the pots, shuffle cards back, draw them, tribute your opponent's stuff when they don't, on their turn. It's so good because it's interruption and it's like 2 interruptions in one because you stop their combo and you tribute their
You
stuff.
ever cheat with it and use like Prosperity and then do the draw?
No.
Are you lying?
No. You gotta be a good player, bro.
He's lying.
I'm not lying. And then the final card.
See, he got nervous.
This card is nuts. Nope. It's literally full turn imperm.
Yep. If I resolve this, I win.
Yep.
And that's about it.
That's literally, the card says I win.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to say about this. I should have played the Duster because you can search it off of this.
Yeah.
Didn't know that until now, but comes up. Apparently it came up, but yeah, that's the deck profile. It was a great regional.
Any matchups that were explicitly bad, or?
Oh gosh, my last match, I was so worried going into like the last round. My opponent, like, I just made Impin, Bear Statue, and like a set trap because he like had hand traps, and he just passed. Or no, he scooped. So then we went to game 2, and I was able to win a game 2.
Nice.
The other notable matchup was I had to use my brain today against my friend Daniel. That was rough. I had to use my big brain with this 20 IQ deck, and it was really good. Other than that, my round 1 was like, oh man, I can't even remember my matchups. But I think those were the notable matchups. Everything else was all meta.
Wow.
Other than that, that's it. It was a great regional.
Yeah.
Drove here at 7 o'clock. I'm glad I'm alive and made it in time to sign up. But yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much to Cyrus for the deck profile too.
Oh, thanks for letting me get it.
Of course. It's always great seeing friends over here.
All right. Well, I hope I get to see you at Nats. We're on that regional grind, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks.
Have a good night.